I'm going to work out the volume of this frustum. A frustum is basically a big cone, which I like to draw out again so I can see it clearly. It's a big cone there, and this is 6 for the radius and the height is 14. Subtracting a wee cone from the top. Now the wee cone, the radius is 3. Now just comparing those numbers, 6 to 3, the wee cone is half of the big cone. So I can work out this height, 14. Now if the numbers were not as easy to work out as that, what you can do is to find the scale factor. You put the corresponding sides over each other. The two corresponding sides that you know that I knew this was a 6 and this was a 3. So 6 over 3 gives me a scale factor of 2, which means this cone is twice the size of this cone. So it means I can get that, sorry, that shouldn't be a 14, that should be a 7. Now the volume. Volume of a cone is your pyramid, so it's a third the base area times the height. So it's a third pi times 6 squared times 14. So just in the calculator, 6 squared times 14 divided by 3 gives me 168 pi. The volume of your small cone is a third the base area times the height, so it's a third pi times 3 squared times 7. So 3 squared times 7 divided by 3 gives me 21 pi. So the volume of the frustum is the two subtracted from each other. 168 pi minus 21 pi to give you an answer of 147 pi centimetres cubed for volume. Number 13 now. The volume of the frustum is 92 centimetres cubed. Now again, before I would even start that, I would draw out my two shapes to get an idea of what's going on. Now you have got this to be 3.5, it's the radius. The total height of the big cone is 8. The small cone I have no information for at the moment. So we'll call it R and H. The volume of this is a third pi r squared, it's the base, times the height. So 3.5 squared times 8 divided by 3 gives me an area or a volume of 98 over 3 pi. The volume of the small cone is a third pi r squared h. I don't have any further information. The question says the volume of the frustum is 92. So the volume of the frustum is when you subtract the two. So it's 98 pi over 3 minus pi r squared h over 3. And you're told that equals 92. And the question wants to know what is the volume of the top half of the cone. The top part of the cone. So what you're going to do is you're just going to rearrange this a little bit, bring that volume over there and bring this one over there. So the volume of the small cone is 98 pi over 3 minus 92, and just give you a nice answer for that. So it's 98 times pi divided by 3 minus 92 gives me an answer of 10.6 centimetres cubed. Now, the next one I'm going to look at, number 14, is the volume of a sphere. Now, the volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. You're told it equals 24. So 24 equals 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Bring your 3 across and multiply. Bring your 4 across and divide. So 24 divided by 4, which is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Bring your pi over and divide. And then to get the radius, you cube root that. You want to find its curved surface area. So the surface area is 4 pi r squared. So it's 4 pi, your radius. Now keep your work accurate, that is important. Squared. So to put that into the calculator, you're going to go 18 divided by pi equals cube root. So cube root answer equals square that equals times it by 4 times it by pi to give me an answer of 40.24 centimetres squared. Now, the next one I'm going to look at is finding the volume and surface area of this shape here. Now I would like to see that out as two separate shapes. It's a cone, 56, so I'm instantly thinking it's going to be trig involved here, 2.3, and a hemisphere. And your hemisphere is 2.3. We'll do the volume first. For the volume of a cone, it's a third the base area times the height. Now I've got the radius, but I don't have the height. To work out the height, I'll go over to the side. Now we've seen this before. Your radius is 2.3. Your height is what you're looking for, and this angle is half of 56, which is 28 degrees. Labelling the sides opposite. Now I've got the opposite and adjacent, so writing out SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA, it's tan. So tan, the angle, is opposite over adjacent. Because what you're looking for is in the bottom line, you bring that up to the other side. H equals tan 28 equals 2.3. So H is 2.3 divided by tan 28. So H is 2.3 divided by tan 28, giving you an answer of 2.3 divided by tan 28, 4.33. 4.33. So now I can work out my height. So it's 4.33. My volume now, don't wipe your calculator, use the accurate answer that you have inside your calculator and just plug all those numbers in to give you 23.96. The volume of a hemisphere. Well, the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. You've got a hemisphere, so you will divide that by 2. So it's 4/3 pi times 2.3 cubed divided by 2. Just using your calculator, 4 times pi divided by 3 equals times 2.3 cubed equals divided by 2 equals 25.48. So altogether, your total volume is the cone plus your hemisphere. And adding those together, you get an answer of 49.44 centimetres cubed. Surface area now. Surface area of your cone is pi r L. Now you've got your pi, you've got your radius, you don't have your slant edge. So we'll go over to the side again to work out your slant edge. Now you do not have to go through SOHCAHTOA for this because you know your height is 4.33. You know your base is 2.3. I want the slant edge. I can just use Pythagoras theorem. So add the 2 at the right angles squared equals the other side squared. So 4.33 squared add 2.3 squared equals 24.0389. So square root that gives me a length of 4.9. So my slant edge is 4.9. So back to my formula here where I was working at, 4.9. So times by 2.8 times by pi gives me an answer of 43.13 centimetres squared. That was the cone. You've now got the hemisphere to do. The volume or the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. Hemisphere just divided by 2. So it's 4 pi times 2.3 squared divided by 2. 4 times pi times 2.3 squared divided by 2 gives me an answer of 33.238. So the total surface area are those two together. 43.13 add 33.238 to give you a full answer of 76.37 centimetres squared.